On this episode, you are lucky because we got some wet water behind us and I got my fishing pole. What are we going to do? We're going to catch some fish and make some grilled fish tacos with some homemade corn tortillas. So come on, the fish will quit biting pretty quick. Hey, thank y'all for stopping by the neighbor's pond. He don't know we're here, so let's try not to tell him before we get these fish caught. Yep, we're gonna do some fishing. We are right here today. My name is Cowboy Rollins, and we have got you fixed up with a good one today. What are we talking about? Grilled fish tacos, and it don't get no fresher than this right out of the pond. Trying to catch me some of them big old fat perch, them big slabs. We're gonna grill them up to where they are so good and tender. Homemade corn tortillas, and then we're going to make us a smoky coleslaw that goes on top. You don't want to miss out on this episode or any of them, so be sure you subscribe to our channel because that's what it's about. So let me see, can I catch us one of these fish?
Do you have any fishing tips?
Do I have any fishing tips? It helps, can you get one on the hook? My daddy used to say, fishy, fishy on the brook, get up on our little hook so we can build a fire and you were gonna cook.
So we've been out here about 3 hours and haven't caught anything yet. Kent, how's it going?
What do you mean, how's it going? You've been here, ain't you? It ain't going too good. I told you we should do it on frozen pizza video.
For 3 hours, no fish.
Why don't you show us the big catch?
Well, let's wait just a minute. It's a good thing we had some fish in the freezer at home that we thawed out just because this might happen. So let me reach in here. This bag is not plumb full of fish, folks, I promise. This is what I would call a trophy. See?
We're going to put him on the wall.
Yeah. But folks, sometimes it is not about how much you catch or what you catch. It's just the fact that you got to be out in Mother Nature in the great outdoors and have a good time. Pulled me out some old catfish that me and Shan caught a while back, and we're going to use them. You need a firm whitefish. A lot of people want to tell you on a recipe, you can use tilapia. You can use cod, but I like something to be a little firmer than that and be a little fresh. Now, if you can get them right out of the ocean out there, hey, go for it. But I love to use a perch, a bass, a walleye, catfish, something like that that you've caught, or a crappie, and it just makes things better. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and cut these right down the middle so they'll be a little quicker to get done, but also they'll soak up that marinade. And don't think I ain't gonna clean him in a minute, folks. I am fixing to show you some of my finer knife skills. So let's go ahead and just put these in this little Ziploc bag and dump this goodness in there with it. You know, folks, in this is some olive oil, some lime juice, pure lime squeezed back in there, some chili powder, some cumin, some smoked paprika. Let's go ahead and fillet this little rascal out, you know, too. Now, he is what we call a perch. And we're just going to slice him right there. Bring it down right over here to the bottom of that gill right there. Take that knife and fold him back under here. Look at this, folks.
That's meaty goodness.
Look at all that meat we going to get to have. Fillet them rib bones right off there. And we ain't got nothing, folks, but quality filet. Now, we're going to take this here. I'm going to leave the skin on him, but we got to get them scales off. Get all this and get it loved together. And we're going to put this in the cooler and let it set. And we're going to get our fire ready and make us some homemade corn tortillas. I won't be totally offended if you go to the store and buy you some corn tortillas. But let me tell you, folks, this is traditionally with a white corn tortilla. So I just be using me some of this instant masa right here. It is the easiest thing in the world. Just a white corn flour masa that's already mixed. 2 cups we're calling for, we are. We're going to use about 2 teaspoons of salt, which is yonder much. 2 cups of warm water. And I like to start by 1 3/4 cups and then go from there. And then just go to mixing. Now, you could use a spoon if you want to, But guess what, Shan?
You forgot the stove.
Uh-huh. So this is what you call, we gonna get in there and go to work. So I want you just to keep working that till we can get it to a soft ball stage. And you gotta need this for 4 or 5 minutes, you do. We are gonna need a little more of this. And you can see as we're working this around now, it's beginning to, what you call it, come together. That is staying together. It's a lot of moisture. It cracks when you pull it like that. And we're going to add about a tablespoon of corn oil. That way we'll have some more bonding and elasticity. Just go to rolling this back over till we can get that all incorporated well. And I'm going to tell you something else. While we're just sitting here visiting amongst ourselves, make sure you knead this well, because it's going to make that dough all stick together. And that's what we're after, folks. So we're going to put it right there. We are going to cover it for just a moment. Let it rest for about 3 or 4 minutes we have. Going to take it out here, pinch off something that's about, I would say, nearly golf ball. Now Shan would probably going to get on to me for making that bigger than a golf ball. But folks, I ain't never played a lick of golf in my life, so I'm going to call that about like a golf ball if I was a playing. We have got it to the size of golf ball, hen fruit, and in between ping pong ball we have. And y'all remember the last video, how much trouble we had with that saran wrap? Well folks, I'm just telling you, this here and me work a whole lot better than saran wrap. We do. Place one right in the middle and go ahead and give him a little mash. Put the other one in there to where you're centered. Give him another. Now you can see that one there is a little thicker. So you can either put it right directly on that board, or if you want to keep your wax paper out here, take your rolling pin, roll it out just a tad more to make it whatever size you want and get it a little thinner. We got our corn tortillas ready to go, and I broke out my Stargazer just for this purpose because it's got a longer handle and I'm cooking right here on the ground. Now you can use bacon grease, you can use corn oil. I prefer either one, don't make me no difference. I just want to make sure it's got just a tad in there. And we just want them to brown just a tad to where they will set up, but they're still pliable and they won't crack. Let's take a gander. And I want to tell you, when you're cooking these, undercook them just a tad because they're going to have to set. You can see it's got a little flexibility to it, and that's what we want. But if you ever find one you think is a little dry before you get it back to there, just get you a little water in your hand, mix that dough back up, press it back out, roll it out, you'll be good to go. And you want to make sure that you take that fish out, let it warm up a little before you ever throw it on that grill, because cold fish and a hot grill, it won't stick and pull all apart. Make sure you oil it really, really well. And also make sure that your spatula is big enough to pick up your fish. Now, for that little bitty fish, we could probably use like a fork maybe. I don't know, it wouldn't take much. But one thing I do like to do on this too, folks, is when it come time, and I'm gonna go ahead and do it now, I like to grease the snot out of this because that helps it get under that fish. That way you can turn it better. But we got to season it too, folks. And our original seasoning has some lemon pepper base to it. So lemon pepper really go good on fish. So let's give it a dousing. Now, today I'm using me some mesquite and some oak. But I ain't got a lot of fruitwood trees down here accessible to me. But I really like to have some apple, some cherry, some peach, something like that to mix with some fish. It really helps well. But also hickory and cherry work well. We turn that fish over, folks. I want it to be white on that underneath side because we're not got a skin on these fillets. We filleted that skin right off them catfish. So make sure when you turn that over, it is firm enough to the touch when you slide that spatula in there, or you'll lose it. Roll it over and you'll see a good flaky whiteness start there in that fish, so you'll be good to go. He caught something.
Look at.
What you got?
We're fishing.
He's
We're not.
yeah, but y'all ain't catching nothing. Oh, you should have seen this one. He's like this long. You gonna bury it underwater? Huh? I think it'll sink if you'll just put it in. You're gonna drown because your mouth is open. Hey, get over here. So we're nearly done, folks. I can tell because that's getting a little firm to the touch with the smoke there. But you want to make sure that that'll flake right off there, and you can see it does. So we're awful close to getting it to where it'll just fall apart. This little bitty feller, he is ready to go. So into the stargazer he becomes. Well, it is near a done deal, it is. And beforehand, we done went in there and what I call make me a smoky coleslaw. Got sort of a dill tangy taste to it. Sour cream, mayonnaise, a little chopped dried ancho chili, some horseradish, lemon juice, liquid smoke, a little pinch of sugar, a tablespoon or two of fresh dill, whew, or what you get out of the jar, but make sure you get plenty of it in there because that gives it that zing. Take me some of this chili smoked grilled catfish and just crumble him up right here. We got our fish crumbled up in there. Let's get us some of this smoky, tangy dill coleslaw. We're going to go ahead and add the cheese. And this is some queso fresco. You be using whatever kind of cheese you like. And then I'm going to add me a little avocado right here to the top side of that. Thank you, Lord, for the blessings you have given me and the dining that I'm about to do. Praise sweet Jesus, fish, water, great outdoors. People, I don't normally order a fish taco when we go to eat Mexican food, but Shan be ordering them all the time. I think she would really be liking a bite of this if you could do it, Shan. Can you do it?
Work. Ooh. Oh, I'm dancing. I'm dancing.
You ain't the only one be dancing. That smoky grilled catfish with that chili-based seasoning to it. But the thing that does it to me, folks, is that right there.
That is pretty good.
It is good eating, so let me have another bite. Had a good time. It's great to be out in Mother Nature's kitchen in the great outdoors. Beautiful day it is the Lord has blessed us with. Be sure and look on our website, www.kentrollins.com. We might be in your area. We're going to be Memorial Day weekend in Lebanon, Missouri, Wagons for Warriors. Such a great cause it is. But we're also going to be in California and Nevada in July. So be sure and check it out.
And Ohio.
Yes, I forgot about Ohio in July. Well, I tip my hat to all the servicemen and women and all the veterans who have kept this country free and safe. And folks, be sure that you honor them every chance you get. We never take it for granted you watch our videos, me and Shannon the Beagle. Be sure and hit the like, the subscribe, and the share. And be sure and share it with the neighbors, folks, because that's what it's about. And the world needs more good neighbors. It does. God bless you, each and every one, and I will see you down the Fish Taco Trail. We had a big milestone about 2 weeks ago. We did. We hit 500,000 subscribers. And what did we do to celebrate? We give away my old black hat. And I want to thank you for such a great response that you people reached out on Instagram and everywhere else, and you tagged it Cowboy Kent Hat Giveaway. I was proud to see all of you that entered. We thank you so much for doing it. But we have a winner, we do. Do we have a drum roll, Shin? It was Dustin Lathan. So Dustin, if you're watching, my friend, you fitting to get an old black hat that's been through hell and back and seen a lot of wood fire and smoke. Me, Shan, and the Beagle will sign it and get it to you, my friend. We hope you cherish it because it is a true gift, I promise you. But again, thank all you folks that entered on Instagram. We appreciate you. God bless you each and every one.